Hello guys, my name is Cadet Montang and I'm going to be going over a couple things on customs and courtesies. I saw a couple things at the military ball and I know that there are a lot of cadets that are brand new and have never gone through like basic training or AIT, and so I just wanted to go over a couple things that's just very common things to know and courtesies to go by. First of all, the thing that I think everyone should know is the definition of customs and courtesies. It's the Army's way of showing honor and respect to whatever it is that you're dealing with, whether it's the national anthem, whether it's the flag, whether it's another supervisor, whether it's your peer, whether it's your soldier, whatever the situation may be. So the first one I'm going to go over is courtesies on the colors. I'm just going to talk about that, a couple definitions, and then the next one I will talk about is the customs to music. And then I will talk about customs and courtesies with higher ranking individuals like officers or senior NCOs, and then I will finish it out with customs that should be given to certain kinds of events or things like that. Okay, customs to the colors. National and organizational flags that fly are equipped with some things like the decorative top pieces are known as the colors. When not in use, colors are supposed to be encased and protected. The military detachment assigned to protect, carry, and display them is called a color guard, which you see these a lot of the times that was at the military ball. And color guard can be at funerals, color guard can be graduations, things like that. When you pass in front of or in encased national color, you salute at 6 steps in distance and hold a salute until you have passed 6 steps beyond the flag. So that's why there was a lot of times where at the military ball, again in reference, that we would all stand at attention, we were inside, and we would all wait until the colors have kind of passed and we've rendered our salute or we've rendered our position of attention, and then we've continued on. When we're talking about the colors, this also ties into the national anthem as well, but on active duty posts, it is customary to stop your vehicle in a very safe location, normally pull off to the side of the road and get out of your vehicle safely. And if you are in uniform or if you've worked that day, you will then render your salute either to the flag or in the direction of the national anthem or reveille or whatever is playing at the time that you can hear. Could be the retreat or it could be reveille. And so then you would stop, render your hand salute, wait until it's been completed, and then get back in your vehicle and continue on. Next one we're going to go over is customs to music. Hand salute in a public sign is a sign of respect and recognition. When in uniform, you salute when you meet and you recognize, which is known as a to the color, or the national anthem could also be referred to as Hail to the Chief. That's kind of a foreign way of knowing it, or foreign national anthems are also played. So if you are in a national country like Germany or whatever, it is also customary to render a hand salute, kind of in reflection to their military as well. When you see the national colors outdoors or ceremonial purposes, we could also come to attention or render a hand salute in those types of cases as well. Also, other things that's not really music, but Pledge of Allegiance. That's also another one that is used to give customs and courtesies to. When rendering a report or greetings or friendly foreign countries, like I said, if you're going upon a national monument site or a holy place, those are also very customary, and you render courtesy to them as well. A couple customs and courtesies that don't have to do with music or the national anthem, the colors, is like chewing gum in formation. That's a no-no. That's a custom for the Army. That's just something that we don't do. Making sure that your soldiers are dressed accordingly. That's a custom. That's something that, NCOs need to ensure that they're doing with their soldiers. That falls into PCCs and PCIs. Those are all customs that the Army is meant to do to kind of dress right, dress, and keep everyone in order. I don't know if you also noticed, the cadets probably are not so much like this, but because of being previously enlisted and holding NCO rank, I know that, you're meant to have your soldiers eat before you, and, being an officer, we're meant to lead from the front and truly be that example. And so, making sure that your soldiers eat first, making sure they have all the supplies that they need, things like that. It's also very customary that we address our officers as sir and ma'am. That could also fall into a courtesy as well, just depending. NCOs, cadets, you don't have to salute them or call them sir or ma'am, but that's a courtesy that we give to them because they are going to be one day future officers. A couple courtesies is standing at parade rest for NCOs. That's in the regs. That's a sign of respect. Another one is saluting a chaplain, even though they'll never hold a command position like a company commander, battalion commander, things of that nature. Rendering him that hand salute when in passing, or when you first approach them in a conversation. That's just a courtesy that should be, I think, extended to all chaplains. Seniority is also another courtesy, whether it's a senior ranking officer or a senior ranking NCO, no matter who it is. Even if a lieutenant was to walk up next to a E8 or E9 or things of that nature, that still takes seniority, I think, in my opinion, because I'm sure that E8 or E9 has a lot more years in than that LT. So senior ranking individuals, it is customary and to extend that courtesy to step aside and allow them to pass and continue on because they have the seniority to that situation, I guess. Lastly, we'll talk about a couple customs toward events. It is very rigid, I would say, that military funerals, like they play taps. There's the flag folding, there is the colors, there is all of those things that go into a military funeral. It's very, very rigid is not really the right word, but it's something that's held very dear. Also things with cemeteries, so like things on Veterans Day, placing of the flags out on the graves of like the veteran cemeteries and things like that. The last one we'll talk about is the transportation of fallen soldiers. My younger sister is currently, her MOS is mortuary affairs, and so this is something that she learned. And so once that fallen soldier has touched down on U.S. soil, the soldier is never left alone again. We just like to take care of our own. We show that sign of respect and honor of they've done their piece. They deserve to have someone watching over them as they are finally laid to rest and before they get to that final resting place. The last thing I will touch on about events is the grave of the unknown soldier, which is in Washington, D.C. I'm not really sure how many people know about that, but it's very famous about how the guard will walk back and forth in front of that grave, and so every 30 minutes a soldier will switch out and a new guard will come on a post. That is a courtesy and a custom that we do because it is a way for us to show honor of the highest order to the soldiers that are unknown and they fall in the line of duty. So as a quick overview, we went over some customs for the colors. We went over some customs for like the national anthem, reveille, retreat, things like that. A couple customs that were just basic army information like chewing gum information and checking your soldiers. A couple courtesies are like seniority, standing at parade rest, and then finally some events that are very highly known in the military and what you should do in those situations. And that is the conclusion of my SI video. Thanks.